Fire escape engineer, summary video inspector Tom Curran, Reading, Massachusetts. You have evidence of cement issues at the fire escape right there. Evidence of square bolts that haven't been changed, square bolts. Welded, you can see the flathead screws in there, but nothing, no evidence of this side. Somebody at some time had put a new brace on there to support it, and it's all welded and non-painted. You can see the square bolts in the railing down by my foot. You can see the evidence of square bolts in the brace, the support there, and the railings are all square bolts. Somebody has come in and rebolted the railing, the treads. See there, you can see the square bolts here. No evidence of maintenance on the structural. You can see some of the spaces starting to separate. Same thing here. You can see the square bolts on the structural, square bolts on the rail. Square bolts in the rail, all square bolts are 50 to 75 years old, original hardware. You can see that the spaces are starting to fall apart there. Somebody put a new tread in there. They got some new bolts in the treads there. And most of it looks like new clips on the treads. Another new tread there. That's been rebolted. The rails have not been rebolted. You can see the rust building up underneath them and the square bolts there. You can see evidence of new bolts where they put new clips on the treads at one time. It needs to be painted. You can see this is all welded on, not bolted. You can see evidence of cement issues on the wall there and over there. Same thing here, square bolt. Gusset gusset plate is all full of rust and not cleaned. Original bolt, square bolt, 50, 75 years old. You can see the rust building up there. You can see the square bolts, the rail needs to be rebolted here. The bolts there are square bolts there, and rust building up in the connections. You can see where somebody came in and put in new bolts in the treads. You can see the cement issue over there with the wall. You can see the cement around the gusset there, around the brace there. Go up the top, you can see all square bolts up there. You can see the cement issued, cement there. On the landing here, you can see all the rust. Here on this side, you can see all the rust building up by the angle. The bolts have not been changed or cleaned, and that's what supports this grating. Same thing on this side, all square bolts there. And they have a concrete pad coming out the first floor door here with a drain in it. No idea what shape the concrete is underneath. On this side, somebody put some new clips on and bolted them in place. On this side, they were welded in. And you can see the rust underneath the railing still, and the rust on the treads. Someone has put a piece of steel there to reinforce it. You can see the square bolts here and the rust building up there, square bolts there. You can see all the rivets in the connection there. Under the railing here, you can see all the rust. It's separating there. And they have a steel plate on the bottom here. I don't know why. Probably to go with a cage at one time and it's starting to rot out and being dangerous. The brace here. Somebody put some tar on it, but you can see all the rust building up in the bottom of it. This side that's sealed a lot better with the tar. You can see all the rust building up in the corner there and the corner there. And you can see that this is separating the bolts that are supporting that small landing. On this side, you can see all the rust, and the gusset's even worse. All the rust in the angle. And here's the concrete for that first floor that I showed you above. And you can see where they welded those clips on, and they welded those on. You can see where they used to have holes there, where there was holes for bolts, but they welded them in place. So summary is there's evidence that someone worked on the treads, but there's no evidence that anybody worked on any of the structural. The rails need to be rebolted, the landings need to be re-supported.